Hello and welcome to Story Dude, the hottest channel on YouTube, where a team of expert story pickers have scoured Reddit and found the best stories for you.
My BFS daughter kicks me out of bed and I'm not sure of the solution to this. My F28, BFS, M28, daughter, 2Y, kicks me out of bed. He gets visitation on the weekends. When she's with us in the middle of the night she will crawl into bed, twin size, with us and try to lay vertically pushing with her feet and butt. This has been happening more frequently, and when we both got woken up one time he didn't try to move her. Her sleeping with us is not an issue, but the bed is just too small for the three of us. I've offered to go sleep on the couch in a different room, but he gets upset and insists we can't sleep separately. Now I don't mind it at all. That's his daughter and she has trouble sleeping at my house. She sleeps well next to him. Not to mention if I tried to move her she would cry and wake up everyone. I just cannot sleep with her squeezed between us, especially with her feet in my back dug into my back. We've talked about it and I've told him that I cannot sleep that way, but he still refuses to entertain the idea of me sleeping on the couch. Let me sleep on the couch. What is he gonna do, grapple you? Go sleep on the couch. I'm more impressed that you two are sharing a twin. How? As for the issue, get a bigger bed or get your own bed and refuse to share with him. But he still refuses to entertain the idea of letting me sleep on the couch. So? This sounds a bit weird. He might not like it if you don't sleep together in bed, but you can make your own decisions, right? If he doesn't want you to sleep somewhere else, then he can fix that by getting a bigger bed or putting his daughter back in her own bed. The solution is quite simple, so it seems like the issue is much more his refusal of letting you do what you want. Why do you feel the need to obey his refusal? Just in case you didn't know, all kids do this. It's not a push-you-away act. My 27F husband, 33M, was out with a female coworker alone until 3 a.m. I feel horrible. My husband went out with his direct coworkers, 2 male and 1 newer female, 24Y. Oh. He had a bad day at work, so he texted me at 3:48 p.m. Hey, we're going to get a drink. Today was trash. Me. I'm sorry. I'll go to the gym then. Let me know when you think you'll be home, okay? Him. No, it shouldn't be that long, I'm still going today. Him. Actually, yeah, go ahead and go, but I'm also going today. Me. Oh really? Yay. I'll wait. I'd rather go with you even if it's later. Him. No response. 5:18 p.m. Me. Call him but no response, so I text, hi dear, how's it going? Are you going to leave soon? If not, let me know and I'll go to the gym. Him. No response. 6:44 p.m. Me. I love you, please be safe. If you drink too much call me and I'll come get you. Hope you're having fun! ! 7:50 p.m. Me. Just checking in, any update? 11 p.m. Me. Call twice but no response, so I text, hey, it's 11 p.m. I'm getting worried, I haven't heard from you in a while. I call in between because I'm getting worried. 1:25 a.m. Me. Please name what is going on. At this point I drive down. We share a location on Life 360, so I didn't worry about not knowing where he was going. All places around are closed and his location showed in the parking lot for a couple hours. I get there and he's not in his car, but in another car based on his location. I sit in the parking lot because I'm worried he either got mugged, and those are the muggers with his phone, he is cheating on me in that car, or he's with his coworkers. After a few phone calls from me again, feeling like they are purposefully being ignored at this point, hoping he's just too drunk to see them, I see his location go somewhere and then back to the parking lot. At this point I'm convinced he's in the car and was not robbed, which I'm upset because that means he's just not answering my calls or texts trying to check in. At about 3 a.m., he starts driving home. I get it out of him that the one male drove home, and after asking where he was sitting in the car, I had this weird gut feeling. He said the other male coworker was passed out drunk in the back seat while the girl was driving. They were sitting in her car, him in the passenger seat and her driving, with the drunk guy passed out, listening to one of my husband's favorite bands for hours. The drive they took was to drop off the drunk guy, and she took him to his car and he went home. They were sitting in that parking lot for over an hour. My problem is that even if nothing happened, he was with a female coworker alone at 3 a.m. in her car for over an hour. It feels like an unspoken boundary she's single with makes it worse, but even if she were married, I'd feel weird. To add on to that, I told him I know for a fact he saw my calls and I asked why he didn't answer. He said, because I needed time away from you. My argument is that I'm worried about him and didn't know when to expect him home. I got worried so I called him but he refused to answer anything and leave me in the dark. However, he decided that he wanted time away from his wife at 3 in the morning to spend it with another woman alone. I feel so hurt and disrespected. I've never felt like he has ever cheated on me before, but this pain in my gut feels like there is something I don't know. I asked to go through his phone and he was trying so hard to deny it, saying that our relationship is over if we are at that point. I told him I have never thrown around the D word, divorce, but the phone is what is standing between us. It all just felt so off and he didn't seem like himself when I was talking to him. I feel like I was basically emotionally cheated on, even though I have no clue what actually happened. It's the combination between the disrespect and the female coworker. After I only saw a text from the male coworker at 2 a.m. asking to let him know when he gets home and to tell the female coworker the same thing, it just confirmed my timeline. Now he's saying that I fucked up by going through his phone. For reference, he's gone through mine before. He's a little drunk, so I'm going to let him sleep it off, but he said that our relationship is over. He said, "I don't love you anymore" after that. His ring is on his computer desk. Edit. I forgot to add this in while I was there. I started blaming myself and thinking that I did something to make him want to reject my calls. At 2:35 a.m., I texted, "Name, I'm sorry if I upset you in any way. I'm very sorry, and no matter what, I love you. Please just let me know you're okay. I'm so sorry if I upset you. Please, if anyone has any advice or encouraging words, I'd appreciate it. I'm in so much emotional pain right now, I just don't know what to do. Thank you all. You need to talk when he is sober, but don't go into this apologizing. Let him talk and ask questions when he's done. You don't need to apologize for worrying about the safety of your partner when they act out of character. He does need to apologize for a few things, and clarify what happened last night. Do not have sex with him until you know for sure that he didn't sleep with his county worker. Should I forgive my sister that had an affair with my husband? I 31, F, have 24, F, sister. She is not real sister but half. My dad cheated on my mom with her mom and got her pregnant. We didn't know it until much later. She contacted us 6 years ago when her mom died. She was 18 and was coming to our city for college. She didn't have enough money for rent. I felt bad for her, so I offered her to stay at my house. That was a huge mistake. She ended up having an affair with my then husband that was 27. He left me for her while I was pregnant. I was really broken but somehow survived. I had a baby girl. She is 5 now. 2 later she left him for someone else. He moved to another country. Currently she is trying to contact me and has apologized. She is also pregnant with her current husband, and wants the baby to have contact with her family and cousins. No, cut her off. DNA is not the reason to keep someone in your life. Absolutely fucking not. They're both cut out of your life immediately. She broke your trust after you helped her, and he cheated. Get out of that situation and free yourself of that toxicity. No, do not reconnect with her. She betrayed you when you offered her your help. It's better to go and see with people like her. I bet she needs money too. I wouldn't. My grandmother always said that everyone needs to earn their place at your dinner table, even family. Your sister has betrayed you and lost her place. You owe her nothing. Nope. Don't let her back. She's the reason her baby doesn't have her dad in her life. Do not let her back at all. PLs, think about her baby. You are in a much better place right now without her. She betrayed her trust. Her husband is an asshole for having an affair. Do not trust her sis again. My future father-in-law refuses to apologize to me and now he's banned from our home. Too long, did not read. My future father-in-law is banned from our home for bashing me and I don't know if it was the right call. I, 27, got engaged to my long-term boyfriend, 28, of 5 years back in May. I want to clarify that this was a shock to no one. Not our friends, our coworkers, or my family. We have been living together for 2 years and always expressed our excitement to get married and start a family of our own. Everyone was so happy for us when we announced our engagement, giving us well wishes and excitedly asking about wedding ideas. Everyone except for my fiancé father. He gave no reaction to the news when my fiancé called to tell him. He just said he was surprised and didn't expect that. Unfortunately, this was the response I expected. My fiancé's father has always been very dismissive of me and very unwelcoming. Excluding me from conversations, cutting me off when I try to speak, referring to the home I share with my fiancé as his son's house. There were even times where he would pull my fiancé into a side conversation to deliberately talk about me, while I'm still in the room. I tried to bring up this problem several times throughout my relationship with my fiancé, but he always dismissed my concerns, saying that's just how his dad is. I moved on from trying to talk about the issue, chalking it up to not everyone will like me and I need to be okay with that. However, when my fiancé went to go visit his father for the first time since our engagement, everything fell apart. My fiancé came home so distraught, and when I asked him what was wrong he told me what happened. My fiancé's father tore into me, listing everything he hates about me and why marrying me would be a huge mistake. Calling me unladylike and not maternal. He also brought up the time he visited our apartment and how I had wet hair. However, his father's biggest concerns were that I have been keeping my fiancé from doing the activities he always used to do and how I am purposefully forcing us to live closer to my family rather than his. I knew the man didn't like me, but I never thought he would be this unsupportive towards his own son and our engagement. And, the concerns he has about me are completely untrue. My fiancé and I are both involved in activities, hobbies that we do together, like watching old movies, and separately, like his gaming and my gardening. My fiancé just has different interests and hobbies now compared to what he used to. We do live closer to my own family since we moved to our new place, but that's only a 10-minute difference from where his dad lives. Before that, we lived a block away from him. None of these concerns made sense to me. I don't control my fiancé, he's a grown man. I tried to brush it off so I could console my fiancé, but it still really hurt my feelings to hear what his father said about me. It wasn't until a few days later where I broke down crying because I didn't know what I did to be seen as so unworthy. I treated my fiancé's father with nothing but respect, even though he never showed me the same sentiment, because I knew how much he meant to my fiancé. I tried on countless times to build some type of relationship with him, but it was always shot down by him shooing me away. My fiancé soon apologized to me, saying he was wrong for dismissing the way his father treated me in the past and assuring me that he will not stand for it happening ever again. But I didn't want to be around his father anymore. That man has been so hurtful towards me at every turn, and I'm sick of always being made to feel stupid and inadequate. I told my fiancé, I don't want to see your father, and I don't want him coming to our house either until he agrees to give me a genuine apology for the way he's treated me. My fiancé respected this boundary and later went to visit his father to talk about the entire situation. He told him that he is not allowed to disrespect me, that it was never okay for him to do so, and that he needs to apologize to me because I will be his future daughter-in-law. Apparently, this really shocked my fiancé's father because he's never seen his son so upset before, and he didn't think his opinions would grant such a harsh reaction from him. He admitted to treating me poorly in the past, but he was adamant that he has nothing to apologize for. So now he's just banned from house and it's been months. Sadly, this really upsets my fiancé. He loves his dad, he loves me, and he doesn't understand why we can't just get along for him. This feeling of his has intensified even more over time. Especially since we recently got a kitten and his father is the only person who hasn't met her. I don't know what to do. His father refuses to apologize and I don't want to compromise on what I consider to be a very reasonable boundary. I feel like my fiancé has done everything to defend, support me, yet he is the one being punished the most. The Phil is toxic. At a minimum you both should rarely have contact. You both should just live your lives without him. He's hurting himself at this point. If your fiancé brings up the fact that he doesn't understand why you two can't get along, remind him that you have been nothing but respectful to his dad the entire time he had been treating you badly. That it wasn't you that was causing this issue and it is up to his dad to fix it. Your fiancé should go to therapy so that he can understand that this is not how a loving father acts towards his son and his partner. Your Phil is abusive. You should block him on all forms of media and communication indefinitely. He may or may not apologize, but that's up to him. Also make sure to take him off the invites list, and to inform wherever you're going to get married at that he is not allowed into the ceremony or reception so that he can not fuck up yours and your fiancé's special day.